They are unsteady and uncertain as they step off the bus. Some have never traveled so far from their villages and wouldn't make the trip now if it wasn't for an irresistible promise aboard an unusual train. It's okay, just watch your head as you board, says the nurse. It is the promise of sight restored for an aging rural population with the highest number of cataract sufferers in the world. No one knows exactly how many in China, though it's well in the tens of millions. Can you see this? The nurse asks in the mobile eye hospital inside. Nothing, the woman answers. I can't see my food to eat, says her friend, and it's getting worse. I can't even see you. For Zhang Jiliang, it's meant years of poverty as the lenses in his eyes have gradually clouded with cataracts and the jobs have faded away. With the arrival of the mobile hospital, one of 4 run by a private Hong Kong foundation known as Lifeline Express, he expects that to change. The train is parked in an unused siding on the outskirts of the city of Guilin. Every day, it draws those who are going blind with cataracts from the countryside, the old, the poor, those left behind by China's economic juggernaut, a backlog resulting from decades of no access to eye doctors and general poor health.
Thinking China is a rich country is actually a complete misunderstanding. China is actually very poor. There is richness in a very small group of people living in major cities. The rest of the country is still very, very poor.
About 500,000 more Chinese get cataracts every year, and most can't afford the $1,000 or so it costs for the operation at a hospital, if there is one nearby. Here, it's free. A single train carriage acts as exam room, lab, and operating theater. Inside, newly trained doctors from all over China, and sometimes the foreign experts who train them, perform the quick surgery. Clouded lenses are replaced with clear synthetic ones in a matter of minutes. Then in the recovery area, the dreaming begins. I want to be free to climb mountains and go hunting again, says Shu Fiangning. I'm a dancer, says Jiang Suzhen, and I hope to be dancing better and better now. After a few weeks, once this train is done here, a locomotive will come down these tracks, hook itself up to the 4 carriages, drag it to another corner of China, in each case serving a different rural population where people need to have their eyes checked and the operations done. So far, this particular train has performed some 2,000 operations on board just this season. Impressive, yes, says Tsai Jingjian, and a big help for his mother. He's been carrying her through the train because she can't walk or see. But, he says, it reveals a huge gap in rural China. It's a big problem, he says. These are seniors who need doctors and clinics nearby. There just aren't enough of those. The operation's over, they head back to the countryside, their vision already improving. The unemployed Zhang Jiliang is among them. This is my house, he says. It's great to see it more clearly. His mother dries sweet potatoes by the fire for dinner, the only vegetable they can grow here. And in his room, Zhang makes his plans. To look for a job, he says, maybe in construction or in the fields, and then to look for a wife. A whole new outlook on the future. Sasha Petrusik, CBC News, Baogutang, China.